What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for What's Hot in the World of Professional Wrestling, Episode 5. Usually on What's Hot in the World of Professional Wrestling, we go over news and rumors and things of that nature. We're not doing that this week. This week, we're doing something a little bit different. WWE finally, at least on one show, intentional or not, are giving the fans what they want, at least for 1 month. SmackDown, as we know, if you tuned in, it was a great, glorious, awesome, fantastic Rusev Day for us wrestling fans and for Rusev, because he's going after the WWE Championship at Extreme Rules. AJ Styles versus Rusev. We're going to be discussing that here on the podcast. And of course, we're going to be discussing Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. United States Championship. That rivalry is brewing now. All of that. But first, something sad happened. And when I, think about this certain individual that passed away, I think about somebody that I grew up watching in the 90s up till 1997, 98. Somebody that had so many good memories for us wrestling fans that we still remember these days. When you think about one of the greatest big men in the wrestling world, whether it was WWE, WCW, New Japan, whatever promotion he was in, you have to talk about it's time, it's Vader time. Whether you saw him wrestle and remember him wrestling with the big mastodon mask when he came out during his entrance in WCW, when he was WCW champion with all those rivalries with Sting and Ron Simmons, amongst others, or when he took out Gorilla Monsoon, which led Roddy Piper to become the president of the WWF at the time, and then his many rivalries with The Undertaker that captivated us, amongst others. Vader gave us so many great memories. Those plus the one with Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam 1996. Vader, awesome. One of the greatest big men the industry has ever seen. Will be greatly missed. Extremely missed by the wrestling fans. And my thoughts and prayers go out to his family and everybody that misses him out there in the wrestling world. But it's Vader time. There's the U, Vader. But now, on to Rusev and the WWE Championship. This is something that Every wrestling fan has been crying to the WWE for months now. Rusev Day has been one of the most over gimmicks in the WWE for months. And in all the blue, here it comes. The WWE finally gives it a push. Now, there's no question about it. Rusev Day will be a heel in this matchup, in this rivalry. There's no question. AJ Styles isn't going to be a heel in the rivalry. Now, do you honestly think that it's going to work? Do you honestly think people are going to boo Rusev Day? Absolutely not. I don't see that happening. People are still going to cheer Rusev Day from top to bottom. Uh, but he will play the heel in this. But when you think about Rusev and everything that WWE has put him through, you know, I mean, jobbing for all that time and then to now finally getting the push that he deserves. Congratulations. You are getting that push. And you got over with a catchphrase. And you jobbed the people like Jinder Mahal and numerous others for so long. And to come from that to this, absolutely fantastic. Love it. And I hope WWE continues with this push with Rusev. I'm sure it's only going to last a month as far as WWE Championship is concerned, but hopefully something else big will help happen with Rusev Day. Hopefully that happens, not just a month and then they flicker out and go back to what they were doing, where the fans just love them and WWE doesn't do anything with them. But we'll have to wait and see. And then, of course, there's Shinsuke Nakamura. And when we think about Nakamura, you know, how funny of a heel he is, whether he's able to speak English or he acts like he doesn't understand English or he's knocking out people, last man standing like Jeff Hardy or a jobber or whoever. The fact remains is they started building this rivalry, you know, during house shows. Because when I was at Jonesboro, they started building this rivalry during the fatal four-way match that was the main event. And I could tell that when Jeff Hardy and Nakamura was by themselves, going one-on-one, because you know how WWE always has those multi-man matches and they have their spots for two men. The other two men are outside by themselves, laying on the ground, taking a break. They had their spots. Nakamura and Jeff Hardy had their spots. So they were testing waters with each other. What did we see on SmackDown? Nakamura and Jeff Hardy. And Nakamura laid Jeff Hardy out. I had a feeling this was going to bring up a rivalry. Sure enough, this to some people might look like, oh, well, they're doing the same thing they did with Jinder Mahal. One difference here: Nakamura will make a much better champ than Jinder Mahal. Some people don't like it because Nakamura just got out of a rivalry with AJ Styles and he's automatically put in to the United States Championship rivalry. I understand that. I get that. But, you know, what are you going to do with Shinsuke Nakamura? Give him a rivalry with somebody that he will work very well with inside the squared circle. That is Jeff Hardy. Give the heel the championship. And you can have so many great matches with him being the United States champion. That's how I see that. WWE has done a fantastic job giving two rivalries for us wrestling fans on SmackDown Live. Two pushes that we want to see. Some might think, well, it's kind of a demotion for Shinsuke Nakamura, but he still is in a program that we will enjoy. And as far as Rusev Day is concerned, nobody is going to complain about Rusev Day being in the WWE Championship picture. I don't see anybody griping about that. It was a great Rusev Day this past Tuesday on SmackDown Live. And does anybody really care what Monday Night Raw is doing coming out of Money in the Bank? The only thing that they're doing to try to get us invested in Extreme Rules is Bobby Lashley versus cringeworthy Roman Reigns in a match that will have more superstars in it. That's it. And does anybody seem interested in Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley? I don't, and I'm sure you fans out there don't as well. But on this edition of What's Hot in the World of Professional Wrestling, I wanted to look at what WWE really is doing in the wrestling world coming out of Extreme Rules. And really, those two rivalries to get us invested in Extreme Rules or coming out of Money in the Bank, to get us invested in Extreme Rules. And quite frankly, they did a fantastic job getting Ronda Rousey off TV for a month. But those are things I had to cover with you wrestling fans. And of course, rest in peace, Vader. It's time. It's time. It's Vader time. And until I see you again, catch you on the other side.